Hi, and welcome to Motorhome Specialist, the #1 volume selling motorhome dealership in the world, and home of the World's RV Show. The World's RV Show is the only show you'll find with over $100 million in RVs to choose from, and a minimum of 25% off the MSRP on all new motorhomes. With towable RVs starting as low as $19,999 to rolling mansions available at over $2.2 million, and every price point in between. With free admission, free parking, free food, and tons of fun for the whole family, along with live daily demonstrations given by factory representatives that have traveled from all over the country. Enjoy all of this and more, only at the World's RV Show. Up next, Alexander Flores and the Thor Tuscany XTE 40BX.
Hello, I'm Alexander Flores, and I'm the diesel rep for Thor Motor Coach, and we're here today in Alvarado, Texas at the World RV Show to talk about the Tuscany XTE. Well, folks, what we got here is the 40BX, and we'll be spending just a few minutes speaking about that, but let me just take a few minutes to tell you a little bit about our floor plan options. We have what's called the 34ST. This 34ST is a beautiful coach. It's short enough to get into the national parks, and that's what a lot of people like, and it's still a diesel coach. Got a king-size bed, it's got opposing seating, very comfortable, very pretty on the inside, and it's got a bath midship. Our 36MQ is a very popular floor plan. It has been selling very well in the nation. It also offers a king-size bed, and by the way, you have a stackable washer and dryer in every one of our models. You got opposing slides in the 36MQ with a nice expanding sofa that's a J couch and a buffet dinette. And then we have also 3 more 40-footers, the 40AX, which is a bath and a half unit and a king-size bed with opposing seating. Very comfortable, very pretty on the inside, feels very much like home. Then we got the 40BX, which we'll be talking about a little bit more in detail today, which offers a king-size bed, a stackable washer dryer, opposed slides, and a bunkhouse. We talked, like I said, a little bit about it. And then we got the 40GQ, which has got opposing seating and a big 48-inch LED TV and a huge shower with a midship bath. So I'd like to spend just a few minutes to give you a brief walk around of this coach to make you familiar with the amenities that we offer. One of the things that's really important for you to understand is the custom chassis made by Freightliner. And this custom means that it is engineered for a motor coach. It has not been a chassis that has been modified from a truck. It has actually been engineered and set up for a motorhome. So you got air brakes and you got an air ride suspension that makes it very, very comfortable with a 55-degree turn radius, which is going to really help getting you inside those gas stations and those small RV campgrounds that are tight, and even some of the restaurants and some of your marketplaces where you may need to go and fuel up and stock up. So let's take a few minutes to talk about some of the things on the outside of the coach here. One of the most important things I want you to understand is our paint. We use what's called a Sickens paint, and that actually came from the idea that Germany used it on the Mercedes-Benz. What this is this paint doesn't 100% cure. It will dry, but it doesn't 100% cure, which means it has the ability to have a flexible agent within it. So in the weather, which in Texas here, we have some very, very hot days and we have some cold, we have some freezes. What it allows it to do is not cure, so it'll actually keep it from cracking along the bottoms and spider webbing along the front A-arms. That's something that you definitely want to have a peace of mind for, because in the future, when you've owned the coach for 5 or 10 or 15 or even 20 years, you want to know that your coach hasn't spider webbed, because it does devaluate your motorhome. It is an expensive paint, and it's on all our Thor diesel product. You can see by looking at it, it's very shiny, and you could almost see yourself like in the mirror. Another thing I want to bring out to your attention is our awnings. These are armless awnings, if you can see right up here, with LED strip lights. They extend out quite a bit. I don't have it out all the way because it is a little bit windy today. And you can see underneath it is our seamless, frameless windows. These are very beautiful. They're UV protected. They're gas-filled, thermal insulated windows without being able to see seams. And the value to that is The reason we do that and spend a little more money for these windows, and by the way, they're standard equipment on the XTE, is it will protect the seams from dry rotting and eventually causing water to be able to intrude into your coach. The UV protection will keep your furniture from having the sun on it, and you can see here where our seams, you can lift up this way and you can actually be outside in the rain and not allow water to get inside the coach. There again, they're dual pane thermal insulated gas filled, and it's standard equipment on the XTE. You can see out here some of our bays. They've got a pebble material here to keep somewhat of an area where it won't move around as much inside, and it's also very washable that way. And if you can see, our doors are very thick. There's a 2-inch foam insulation on all our doors and an aluminum cover to protect the mechanisms from getting wet or taking on debris like dust and dirt, and eventually causing this to be hard to open. That's something we do to keep the longevity of the coach, less headaches down the road and no problems that way. If you move over this way with me, you can see we've got a pull-out tray here made by MoRide. This is a very, very nice equipment to come at this price point. You can slide this all the way across both sides. Your wife, your daughters, your kids can load this from either way, and then you can pull it in and out with a couple fingers. It's all balanced and very nice. It's made by MoRide. One of the things I like to know for sure is that Thor Industries, being the largest RV manufacturing company in the world, has the ability to, when they sit down at the table with the vendors, to negotiate. So we're able to offer a lot of real high-end brand names like the Michelin tires you can see here. The Michelin tires we have on all our chassis. We are in contract with Michelin, and we're going to continue to have. That's the best tire on the market right now with the Alcoa Freightliner wheel. If you come over here to this bay with me, I wanted to show you just a minute here about our batteries. You can easily access our chassis batteries, and you got a battery cutoff switch right inside there. This is our pure sine inverter, which is really nice to offer at this price point. You really won't find a lot of that out there with other manufacturers. What that does is it actually filters your energy coming in to the coach, because all your receptacles, your high definition TVs, and your appliances, being your convection microwave oven and your refrigerator, are hooked up to your inverter. So it brings life to your computers and to your phones and to your televisions, being that it's pure sine, because it comes in streamlined and it comes in filtered, and it's offered at this price point. Also, one of the things that I wanted you to be aware of is with this Freightliner chassis, Freightliner offers what's called the V-Ride. And this component is awesome. And what it does here is, normally when you are able to make the chassis more capable, it normally will stiffen your ride up. For instance, a 1-ton truck versus a 1.5-ton truck is more capable, but it's a stiffer ride. With the V-Ride though, what's awesome about it is, which is offered on all our 40-foot XTEs, but makes your overall ride more stable, more safe, and more comfortable. And that's exactly what you're looking for in a diesel motorhome. Folks, if you've just come inside with me here, show you some of the great things about the interior of the coach as well. Well, folks, the first thing I'd like to take you to is, before we start a tour of the rest of the house here, is your cockpit. As you can see here, we have some very, very comfortable recliners. These are made for long tour, because as you know, if you're considering a diesel motorhome, you want something that you can take long hauls with and stay comfortable. These seats recline. This particular seat here, the footrest will come up so the wife can relax, or vice versa. If she's driving, the husband can relax and put his feet up. But as you can take a look here at this cockpit, it's very, very pretty. It looks a lot like what you would find in a yacht. I think our design is amazing. You can see the wood grain here behind the instruments. And then we have a large 10.4-inch touchscreen here that is used for your side cameras and your rear camera, for your radio and for navigation and wonderful things like that for the highway. You can see here we have a very large, that goes all the way to the ground, sunscreen here to keep your coach a little better insulated in the heat, or actually some privacy for you at night. Also wanted to make sure you understood that, as we spoke about outside, Both the driver and the passenger windows are dual insulated gas-filled windows, and on what you're going to find out there on the most part is you're going to find single pane and possibly dual pane in the house, but we offer it on both passenger and drivers. If you come this direction with me, we'll start talking about some of the nice amenities. And one of the things that I want you to be aware of, when we design our motorhomes, we are considering the family. We are thinking about how it feels to be in your custom home away from home, so that you feel like you're comfortable. You can see the space that we offer with a full wall slide that is hydraulic, by the way, and then a very large galley slide that is also hydraulic, to give you an opposing slide feel, so that when you're in the home, you have the comfort of being in a home with a very comfortable villa couch, a very comfortable dinette, with some of the most beautiful cabinetry you're going to find in the industry. Let me take just a moment to share with you about how we do our cabinetry. First of all, we hire an Amish company up in Indiana that does a wonderful job that we are on contract with. They use stainless steel hardware to start with. They have the highest gloss. I mean, I have actually seen with my own eyes when I was up there taking a tour of the manufacturing company that builds these, and there was some Amish girls that were hand sanding these with their fingers, and if you touch the cabinetry, you could feel the silky smooth texture and the finish of it with the hand lacquering and the hand sanding that goes on in our motorhomes. Also, on your slides here, your fascias are all made out of real cherry wood. Anything that you find in this motorhome, for instance, if you come over here with me, this side panel right here is real veneer. We do not use anything on our coach that is exposed to your eye that is not lacquered and hand sanded by the same Amish company. And that's what gives this kitchen the feel of what you're going to find in your own custom built home. If you'll notice here, as we continue to talk about our cabinetry, it is all hardwood, like I said, but the stainless steel hardware is another thing that I really would like for you to understand that we use. We use a stainless steel ball bearing, and that allows for a lot of resistance on this coach. It also has a way that it locks itself, so when you're going down the interstate, the drawer won't just pull out on its own and spill your goods all over the floor. If you notice right up above this Amish crafted cabinetry, we have a polished corian, and this corian it's very pretty. It has a lot of attraction to it, and it is solid all the way through. As you could see here, you could see the corian going all the way through on these covers. We have a porcelain sink, and we have a real residential stainless steel faucet. As you could also see, the backsplashes that we tried to match. The lady that does her designs, she actually does travel around to go to different type of craft shows and some of the bigger cities to see some of the modern colors, so that we could bring, again, the modern and the contemporary look of your home into your second home, which is your new Thor diesel. As you can see, the private shades that are on this motorhome allow for the privacy at night and also during the daytime. You have the thick screens to keep the UV and the heat out, and then you have the white shades to keep your privacy in the evening. Also, one of the things I'd like for you to know about our Thor diesel product is that we are in contract with Whirlpool. We use Whirlpool. This is a convection microwave oven, which you'll find hard to see at this price range as well. You have a stackable washer and dryer, also made by Whirlpool, and if you look here, we have a Whirlpool dual door, huge 23 cubic foot refrigerator, which is also made by Whirlpool with your ice dispenser, so that you can feel like you're just at home. Another thing that I want you to understand is that this microwave and this refrigerator run off your inverter that I spoke about outside. So if you're going down the highway, for instance, ma'am, and you're not wanting to have to turn on your generator if weather permits, you can actually warm up a cup of soup or make a bacon, lettuce, and tomato sandwich for your kids without having to stop your husband, having him kick the generators on in order to use your convection microwave, because it runs off of the inverter, which is used when you're going down the interstate as well. One of the things I mentioned earlier is how comfortable that we like to design our motorhomes for your family and your travel and your stay out in some of the most beautiful places in America. One of the things that I want you to see here is the way we've set the seats up, being your dinette and your large couch. right opposed from your big screen TV. And another neat amenity about this is when your slides are closed and you're traveling down the highway, your children can sit while somebody's driving, obviously, and view movies and watch videos or favorite movie DVDs from your seat and still be able to do it. Another thing that I want you to know too is this is a king size bed. Okay, this folds out into a king size bed. This coach will sleep comfortably 8 people, being a bunkhouse. It has a mattress that is already folded inside that it inflates and deflates itself for exceptional comfort. Your dinette also turns into a small little bed for maybe a couple of the small children. So if you come on back here with me, I'd like to show you our bunk. Now folks, now that we're actually in the bunk room or the bedroom, second bedroom for our 40BX, it's one of the reasons why this floor plan is one of the best selling floor plans that Thor Industries offers in a diesel coach. You can see here what we emphasize here, and our chief engineer Adam, who took some time to design this. A lot of the motorhomes that you're going to find that are called bunkhouses, which is rare in a diesel by the way, is just basically a place to get a couple beds where people can actually bed down. But our bedroom is actually a place where you may have your in-laws, you may have your friends coming with you, or if you're buying a bunkhouse, most likely you have small children. You could enclose this completely. This door closes and then your bathroom door closes, giving your passengers or your children their own privacy and their own place to sleep and dress in the mornings. They also have their own televisions and their own night lights and windows to keep them company, being able to see outside, watch their videos, play their video games, and keep themselves company while you're going down the interstate. When the slide's out there, again, you got a full bedroom accessing the folks in here to your bathroom without interrupting mom and dad's sleep. They can access the restroom without going through. Also, when you're in the galley and you're in the living space, you can access the bathroom without interrupting the privacy of your passengers. Another great feature that we offer on this bunk model is up above on the top bunk, we have already installed the netting for you. So if you do have some youngsters, your young kids always like to be in the top bunk, and that way they won't spill out and be a part of the floor here when you're going down the interstate or when you're parked. So this is a very nice amenity. Now if you'll just come with me into the bathroom so you can see how we established such an easy way to get into the restroom from the second room or the bunkhouse into the bathroom. If you notice in here, it's a very spacious bathroom. It does enclose itself from the galley and encloses itself from the master bedroom, and it closes itself from the bunk room, so privacy is given to all parties in any part of the coach. As you can see here, we have brought in the polished corian from the galley right into the bathroom. It's rounded and easy to access, with all the high gloss cabinetry that's in the galley is also in the bathroom. This is a real porcelain toilet that is nicely placed right in the center to give you some room. And then here you got a nice angled shower with glass doors, plenty of room, with a skylight right up above to give you some natural lighting while you're taking your shower. And then also one other thing here that you've noticed, that we've got LED lights inside our bathroom as well, and a nice fan to bring the humidity out of your shower area. And if you just come with me into the master suite here, we can go over a few of the nice things that make this the most comfortable bedroom there is. One of the things that I want you to notice is that we have a pocket door that is made out of hardwood that is into the wall, so that there's no way that you have to take room for the swing, and it comes in and it locks, giving you your privacy along, if you'll remember, with this door that swings here and closes as well. One of the things I want you to see here is you got a king bed mattress. This is a Denver mattress. It is the most highest quality mattresses made for a recreational vehicle to make you feel like you're back at home once again. And you can see the beautiful cabinetry that flows from the galley that comes in here. And by the way, folks, this is what the cabinetry that's in the Tuscany flagship motorhome we offer to the XTE. That is a great amenity for this price range, to have a beautiful lacquered cabinetry in your bedroom as well, flowing from the galley in the kitchen on in through the bathroom and into your master suite. And as you can see, that our decorations are very, again, they're very modern, they're very pretty, they match well, they look contemporary, to make you feel like, once again, you're at your home. And as you can see here, that we have LED reading lights so that you can read your favorite books at night and magazines, and then your television is right across the way right here so that you can view your TV as well. With a lot of cabinetry, you can see some drawers here that are deep drawers here for anything that you might want to place inside. You can see how deep they are. A lot of room, all made out of cherry. You got a closet here, and this is pretty neat that I wanted you to see here. There's a place to put your socks and maybe some tees and undergarments and things like that, along with more drawers here. Then you got your window here so that you can bring some of the natural light in with both shades. And then here, if you'll come over with me, we offer the standard equipment. It is not an option in our coach to have a stackable Whirlpool washer and dryer. So obviously you're maybe not want to run it while you're sleeping, but during the day when you're in your galley spending time with your family or cooking a meal for your kids, you got your washer and dryer back here that you can close the doors and it'll run nice and quiet for you behind the 2-panel doors. And then if you take a look at this floor, one of the things that we pride in is that we offer the least amount of carpet we can. That allows for less allergens to be in your coach and less place where debris and dirt and possibly stains can occur. This is a very large imported porcelain tile that sits on a hardy back. What I mean by that is it's a cement board that is actually applied just like you would find in your residential home. And having a hardy back that goes all the way from the glass to the back of the coach is a very expensive amenity, but what it's going to do is it brings a lot of value to your coach. What I mean by that is down the road, this floor is not going to want to come up. Just like in your residential home, on your slab, your tile's supposed to be mounted straight to the cement. So we have a cement board underneath to keep it down the road, once again, from delaminating, from cracking, from popping up, so that your coach always looks and feels just like your home. And if you take a look at here, we have a mirrored double door sliding closet with ample space to hang your clothes, and maybe up top put some other folding clothes and shoes, with some more drawers across the bottom and some more drawers across the top. Also in here is a very soft vinyl roof, making it nice and quiet in here. And by the way, thinking of that, is our motorhomes are the #1 selling motorhomes, both the Tuscany and the Plazo in Canada. The reason for that is our insulation is awesome. We have a very thick condensed foam that goes inside of a 1.5-inch tube that is welded aluminum that makes our supporting walls and our roof. We pack our roof with this foam insulation, and because it's foam and it's cut precisely into the layers on the walls, it keeps it in place where it cannot fall like fiberglass, which you'll find in some of the manufacturers out there. So the insulation brings a lot of quality living to your coach. It's going to be quieter on the inside, and it's going to be a lot more insulated, keeping less wear and tear on your heat and air units. And by the way, there's two 15,000 BTU with heat pumps, that is, on this motorhome. So the heat pumps are going to warm your motorhome up for you, allowing you not to use any propane up to comfortably about 40 degrees before you need to use your heater. Also wanted to mention to you, just before we leave this motorhome, we talked about how nice and big and comfortable these chairs are, but you could see that they actually swivel to become an integrated part of your living room, but they also come around so that you're the captain behind the wheel. Nice and comfortable armrest and wide seats, very comfortable padding to make your ride and your drive as comfortable as possible. And let me tell you just a little bit about the capability of this motorhome. It is powered by Cummins, the 6.7 liter with 800 foot-pounds of torque and 360 horsepower. It is adapted to an Allison 6-speed automatic transmission and is a 3000 series. That is the same transmission that Thor puts inside of their full 45-foot motorhome Tuscanys. That transmission's got a big torque converter. It's one of the smoothest shifting that allows for this motorhome to be able to pull 10,000 pounds of dry weight behind it. You actually have a 10,000 pound hitch there, but the coach is also able to pull that kind of motorhome. That's a great plus for you gentlemen out there that have got your raised up Jeeps, or your big heavy boats, or your horse trailers, or your big cargo trailers for you full-timers that actually take off and are gone for 6 months or 12 months out of the year. The coach is able to handle. What I mean by that is a lot of motorhomes will say that they have a 10,000 pound hitch, but the coach can't actually handle 10,000 pounds. This motorhome with 800 foot-pounds of torque can handle your 10,000 pound hitch. You got air ride, you got air brakes that are very, very capable. This motorhome will glide right through the mountains. It's on the way down, folks. You have your exhaust brake right here, which is going to be a great amenity for safety. It takes away the stress from the brakes, keeps them from having to be overheated when you're in those down slopes and you're pulling your 10,000 pound hitch on the back. You've got an exhaust brake switch right here that you can flip on, and it'll actually slow the motorhome down for you. It makes it very, very safe for your family and for the cargo that you're pulling behind you. So we have the most comfortable riding with a 55-degree turn radius. We have air brakes, we have air ride, we have a Freightliner chassis, we have a Cummins motor, we have an Allison transmission, we have the prettiest interior and the most capable drivetrain on the market today.
But before you buy a new Tuscany, or any new RV for that matter, be sure to check the MSRP, or the manufacturer's suggested retail price.
Unfortunately, other dealers prefer playing numbers games and price their new units at the full manufacturer suggested retail price. Then they discount the MSRP a meager 10 to 15% or less, and many unsuspecting RV buyers end up paying too much for their new motorhome. They also use the heavily inflated price of the MSRP to over-allow on trade-ins and trick other RV owners into thinking that they are getting more for their trade-in than they really are. Some dealers even alter the manufacturer's window stickers to reflect a higher price, or remove the window sticker altogether and create their own version of retail pricing, even though this is against United States federal law. Without knowing the true manufacturer suggested price, you cannot be sure of the true percentage discount you are receiving from the dealership. Always demand a copy of the MSRP, and only do business with dealers who prominently display not only the MSRP, but an upfront percentage discounted sale price without having to ask for it. If you have any doubt about the MSRP, call the manufacturer. If you have any doubt about your sale price, call Motorhome Specialist. Thor Motor Coach's commitment to excellence in manufacturing has also recently been taken to new heights. Thor has implemented the Gold Star inspection process that requires every motorhome to pass a more than 200-point inspection and road test before leaving the factory. The final inspection process also includes a computer alignment, and every unit is rain booth tested to detect any possible leak before shipping. You'll also enjoy the comfort in knowing that your new motorhome is part of Thor's Rapid Response Parts program that overnight express ships parts when they are required for the use of the coach or present a safety concern. And I know you'll find Thor's new Concierge Connection to be a refreshing take on what true customer relations and factory support is supposed to be. For complete details on these incredible new programs from Thor Motor Coach, visit thormotorcoach.com. Motorhome Specialist is not only the #1 volume selling motorhome dealer in the world, but also the #1 Thor Motor Coach dealer in the world, offering the most diverse selection of new and used motorhomes you'll find anywhere, with prices ranging from about $10,000 to over $2 million, and every price point in between. At Motorhome Specialist, you'll never find our new motorhomes priced at MSRP. Instead, you'll find an upfront, discounted sale price that you can easily compare with other products and dealerships across the country. No matter if you're veteran RVers or first-time buyers, just looking for quality information and a dealership that will treat you fairly. Motorhome Specialist upfront pricing will take the games, gimmicks, and anxiety about paying too much out of the sales process. Because at Motorhome Specialist, we believe everyone deserves the same low price. It is this business principle that has allowed Motorhome Specialist to grow from being a small, pre-owned only dealership in 1999 to the industry leader, selling approximately 40% of all new motorhomes sold in Texas. We offer over 60 different models of new motorhomes from 10 of the most well-known manufacturers in the industry. Each are committed to producing quality products and offer something distinctly different in style and function. And Thor Motor Coach is no exception. Thor Industries was founded in 1980. In 1986, they were listed on the New York Stock Exchange, and in 2004, they were named to Forbes' prestigious Platinum 400 list of companies. They are the world's largest manufacturer of recreational vehicles and a major builder of the world's most recognized name in towable RVs. Thor's motorized divisions include two of the most popular names in recreational vehicles, Four Winds International and Damon Motor Coach. Recently, Four Winds and Damon merged to become Thor Motor Coach, the #1 retail selling motorhome manufacturer in North America, with an amazing lineup of 20 of the most well-known models of luxury motorhomes in the industry, with sizes and price points sure to fit most any RV lifestyle. So call 1-800-335-6054 or visit mhsrv.com for our upfront and everyday low sale price that has made us the #1 volume selling dealership in the world. And take the family in style on your next big RV adventure in a Thor Motor Coach from Motorhome Specialist. Why pay more? Why settle for less?
If you think that this is the right unit for you and your family, please contact a representative from Motorhome Specialist. We have easy financing with up to 20-year terms available and year-round sale prices on our entire inventory. We sell RVs to people literally all over the world. If you're flying in, we will pick you up at the airport and bring you to your new RV. Each new RV goes through a rigorous service checklist twice before your arrival. Once here, you will be greeted by a service tech and shown how everything works and that everything is working properly on your new unit. You will also have an RV starter kit that includes a new water hose, sewer hose, chemicals, and much more. Thanks for watching our video. We all look forward to hearing from you soon.